Um, um, and today, it's Wednesday. Now, so that means it is the day of communication because Mercury is in charge today. So communicate. You need to communicate something to someone. It's the perfect day. You got Mercury in your favor right now, so it'll be the perfect day to try to get whatever across you need to get across. Okay, so today I just wanted to go over some things because as you know, going on this journey, the spiritual journey, it leads you through, around, down, up some paths. Okay, and then back around again. You know? But that's the journey. That's definitely the journey, and it's worth it. All the ups and downs and roundabouts are all worth it. That's what I figured out. And such, it helps to have a little bit of um, understanding about different factions so that you can put the whole together or put the pieces together, sorry, to make a whole. Um, and that is definitely what I focus on doing, especially when I talk about esoteric. There's so many different things that conscious community or people who are in the conscious community discuss and things like that, or the level of knowledge that is basically spread around in a sense. But it's a few things that I know if I had knew about beforehand would have helped me. But everyone gets different pieces. That's what I want to say too. Everyone gets different pieces from source. We are all a part of source. Source is a part of all of us, and so we all get different parts and different understandings and different um, ways of seeing everything because we are a part of the collective. Okay. um, as well as the collective is a part of us. And if you're in a depth knowledge, then you would say that everyone is you and you are everyone, instead of a part of, you would say that that is you in a sense. But, we're going to be speaking from a few different levels so that multiple individuals can understand the message today. But today, what I basically want to discuss, I know I had went over this before in an older video, but I kind of wanted to reiterate some things because when you learn something and you get to another level of knowledge or another level of consciousness, the way you saw things before, it may have what you saw before may have been only so minute. You realize you look back and thought you knew everything then. Now you see yourself at this point and you're like, wow, like I really didn't know like what I was talking about for real. Well, I'm not gonna say I didn't know, but I really didn't know how much further I could go. And then even after this point, there's still so much further. Okay. But just coming from the point that I'm at now, and even though I discussed it before, where I'm at now, I know that it would be coming from a different place of enlightenment than it was before. Okay, so like I said, it's going to be talking about Adam. The name Adam. The name Adam broken down in the Bible. Now, if you knew me, I was Christian. I was raised Baptist Christian, things like that. Few of you may know my story, few of you may not, but I'll do a separate video on that one day about my spiritual journey, my story, and things like that. So you get to know me personally. And so if you did know me, like I said, I'm sorry that I'm itching. I don't know what is going on. I think it's because I've been outside because I have not been doing this all day, so I'm not sure what's going on. But please excuse me. Um, but yes, so when you look at the name Adam in the Bible, um, there are various versions, various versions of it. Now the name can be spelled Adam, no apostrophe. I've seen it apostrophe Adam and Adam apostrophe. Now the thing is, when you speak, especially when English, any language, usually the letter that has the apostrophe is going to get some type of accent. Okay, gives it a little bit of accent. And so when you're breaking those down, especially in etymology, you're going to be thinking like, okay, I'm sorry, it's getting a little dark outside. So, all right. So you're going to be looking at the name broken down and where this apostrophe is actually at. Now, I actually had the opportunity, pleasure of getting another type of Bible. I grew up with one. Don't really, I don't know. It was like a Children of Color, something like that. I read it, but I still have it, but I just don't. I use this one more, basically, the one that I have here. Um, it was given to me when I moved to Maryland a couple of years back, but well, a few years back because I moved back here a couple of years ago, about 3 years ago, so in Michigan. Just like where is here? It's Michigan. But this name Adam in this Bible. Well, I'm gonna just read it because this is, if you wanna just, if you had one to pick up, if you wanna just look at what I'm talking about, this is Genesis 5, 1 and 2. I'm just gonna read it the way it's in this Bible. This is the book of generations of Adam, or Adam. It's in my, this book is actually AD apostrophe AM. And the day that God created man, in the likeness of God made he him. Male and female created he them, and blessed them, and called their name Adam, and the day when they were created. Okay, so let's break this down. Because we have a statement saying that in the day that God created man, he created man in the likeness of him. Okay, we're going to break down the etymology of that another day because there's definitely a breakdown of that. But just for this, he says he created male and female, created them, and called their name Adam. Okay, now if you know about the story of the original one, the original being that was both feminine and masculine. It was both female and male. Not even gonna say feminine, masculine, female and male. I was able to procreate on her own. And this was the womb man, okay, that is always discussed. And here, this is actually when you break this down. It's saying he created them and called their name, this is singular, Adam. Okay? So, first of all, we're breaking down the fact that he created a being that was male and female, but it was together. And if you go further on in different, um, in the book Genesis, it's gonna break down something else. But this is the original story. That's why it's the first story. But you break this down and see that it was the one being. And not only within breaking down and seeing that it's the one being, um, basically when you break down the name Adam. So let's break down Adam, because remember how I said the apostrophe, wherever the apostrophe is placed, that is very, very important. So in here, it's placed in the middle. So that's AD apostrophe AM. And so Adam in Hebrew, it means perpetuity, or to perpetuate something, or something that's internal, or eternal, I'm sorry. Now when you break down, I'm sorry, Adam in Hebrew, when you break down the ad part, the ad in Hebrew, it means perpetual or eternal, something that's everlasting. The am in Hebrew means nation or people. So it means eternal people, people that will live on forever. We never die. And then that's interesting because if you really, really know the esoteric meaning behind death and things like that, you know that there is no real true death. It doesn't exist. It doesn't exist at all. Okay, there's transmuting and transcending and ascending. But there's no real thing as death. But we'll get on that definitely. But like I said, ad in Hebrew means eternal, and am means people or nation. So eternal nation, the nation that never dies, and they're both masculine. Both the ad and the am in Hebrew are masculine. Now, if you also go back to that one part of the text that I said, he created them, male and female, blessed them, and called their name Adam. Now, this God, because I'm actually going to break that part down just for a second. This God in the Hebrew, because if you know about the Bible, it was translated to English, the Bible. Now, there's plenty, a whole bunch of books that came before that certain things were taken from as well, but we're just going to get on this book for now. Okay, so he created them, male and female, and blessed them, and called their name Adam in the day when they were created. Okay, so he in Hebrew is basically it's the fifth letter of the Hebrew alphabet in the Hebrew text, and he is like the he with the line over it, the H with the E and the line over it, or it's pronounced hey in Hebrew. And like I said, it's the fifth letter of the Hebrew alphabet. Um, and basically, what that means, it means air, it means spirit, breath. You know how you say the first word or the first thing was created. The first thing was breath that created everything. It was breath. It was the sound. It was the boom. It was the breath. It was the breath. And that's what gives us life. And like I said, it is the breath, it's the air, it's the spirit, and it's also feminine. Okay, so the he or the hey is actually feminine that created the Adam of this world. Of yeah, this world. Okay, and then if we break down Adam in Sanskrit, because remember we broke it down in Hebrew, so let's break it down in Sanskrit because a lot of things were taken from Sanskrit. Sanskrit was the language that was before the Egyptians. A lot of people always want to go to the Egyptians and this, but it was people who came before that. You know, we have the Sumerians, and then the Sumerians there was Sanskrit, um, and in Sanskrit, ad actually means to eat something, to consume it. Okay, and am in Sanskrit means to identify yourself as being one with the universe. So when you put those together, they mean he ate the universe, to consume the universe. So so let's take that back. What does it mean when you consume something? What happens when you consume something? That means you eat it, you drink it, whatever, and it goes inside you. So now whatever you consumed is inside you. So if you consume the universe, what does that mean? The universe is inside you. And that goes back to that term we have is as above, so below. That goes back to that same thing, okay? So in Hebrew we have this eternal nation, or this eternal people, the people that will never die, that were created, okay, as well as the ones that have the universe inside of them, okay. So just take a moment, think about that, look up the text, get your own understanding, overstanding, understanding for yourself. You know, is this a lot deeper than just reading and taking everything literal? A lot of things are placed so that you will only find the answer if you truly search. It's like I'm sorry, I got a little net. It's like a treasure hunt in a sense. If you want to find the truth, you really have to search for it. You know, It's not going to be given to you in a sense, especially in the reality that we are in just yet. Now, don't get me wrong. Certain things are about to be coming to the forefront, so some people are going to be made aware of a lot of things that were not, that most were not aware of prior to. But just for where we're at right now, because I always like to still stay in the now, even though you need to prepare for future events as well. Right now, take that in, since we're not giving it just yet in a plate. It is not coming to you, being served to you in a plate like so pretty, like this is what you should have in your life. It's not going to be served to you that way. Okay? You have to actually go find your food. You got to kind of forage in the forest, in nature, in nature. Forage, for real. Look for it. So yeah. But I hope you guys have a beautiful, 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 beautiful rest of your Wednesday. Okay. I wish you so much peace, love, and balance. I do. And inner peace, like not even just peace in the world, peace within self, for real, because peace within self is what stimulates the peace outside of you. When you're at peace, truly, truly, truly at peace with yourself, can't nothing bother you. Ain't nothing bother you. Not even the little things. They don't bother you. If it bother you for a second, you gonna let that just drip off like water. You're gonna just drip on off your shoulder like water. For real. Carry that inner peace with you. I wish you so much peace, love, and balance. And take care. Oh, and tune in. I'll probably be doing a collective energy reading on here tomorrow as well. I know I'm going to do it on Facebook. Facebook is Nature's the Secret. I'll probably be doing it. Yeah, I'll be doing it Nature's the Secret. Nature's with an apostrophe S. The Secret on Facebook. And then my website, ladynetworks.com /nature's the secret, all in one word. Lady I is LADYAYE. You right? And I wish you so much love, so much peace and balance and harmony and prosperity. We're in the real matrix now, you guys. We're in 5D now, you guys. We're here. We're here. I hope you guys are here with me. And if you're not, I'm going to try to help get you here. All right. All right. Go in peace. Love you. Love you. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out how to get off this thing.